India has now outpaced China for the most non-Africans in the world. India is now the most populous nation in the world. China is second. But the continent of Africa still has more people than China and India. The continent of Africa still has more people than China and India. So I'm telling my continental African family right now, I hope you're listening. I want to tell my continental African family right now, I hope you're listening. I want to talk to my Nigerian Africans, my Botswana Africans, my Congolese Africans, my Sudanese Africans, my South Africans, my Zimbabwean Africans, my Namibian Africans, my Zambian Africans, my Togolese Africans, my Benin Africans, my Liberian Africans, my Sierra Leonean Africans, my Ugandan, Kenyan, Malawian Africans, my Nubians. Make babies. Africans on the continent, I need you to make babies. India and China is building their numbers and they're suffocating Africa's numbers. That's why Kamala Harris was there last week trying to make Africa safe for the rainbow flag. They want to reduce Africa numbers, but they're exploding China and India's numbers. They want to reduce Africa's numbers, but they're exploding China and India's numbers. They want to reduce Africa's numbers, but they're exploding China and India's numbers. So guess what I want my continental Africans to do? Make babies. Brothers, go make a baby right now. I want you to grab that thick, voluptuous Nigerian queen and give her a set of twins right now in the name of King Kong consciousness. I want you to grab that fine, beautiful Zulu queen down there in Johannesburg and Soweto. Grab that fine ass Swazi queen. I want you to grab that fine ass Xhosa queen over there in Durban and Cape Town and make a set of twins in the name of King Kong consciousness. I want my Ugandan Africans. Grab your beautiful African wife right now, black man, and make a baby in the name of the Most High God. That's right. My Congolese brothers, my Sudanese brothers, my Rwandan brothers, grab your beautiful queen right now, make a baby, and then I want you to send the ultrasound. I want you to send a picture of the ultrasound. When you go to the doctors and get the ultrasound, I want you to send a picture of the ultrasound to the White House. Can you please send a picture of the ultrasound to the White House in care of President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris? I want you to impregnate your wife right now. Make another African child. Make babies, Black Africa. Make babies, Black Africa. Make babies, Black Africa, and then send a picture of the ultrasound to Vice President Kamala Harris and let her know you're wasting your time coming over here trying to sabotage traditional Black family structure. Let Kamala Harris know you're wasting your time, Miss Vice President, coming to Africa trying to make our continent safe for the rainbow. Let her know. Let the Vice President know you wasted your time. We make babies over here. We make babies in Africa. This is about man, woman, and child. This is about man, woman, and child. This is about man, woman, and child. The traditional Black family is the original Trinity. The traditional Black family is the original Trinity. Before the Europeans made the Trinity a man, man, and a man. Before the Europeans made the Trinity a man, man, and a man. Before the Europeans made the Trinity a man, man, and a man, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, the Trinity was man, woman, and child, because that's the only way you get everlasting life. You don't get everlasting life through Jesus. You get everlasting life through man, woman, and child. Why are we still on the earth? Billions of years later, because of man, woman, and child. That's how you get everlasting life. That's how you get eternity. Man, woman, and child, not no white Jesus. Brothers and sisters, I am in Aruba right now, in the Caribbean Ocean, communing with my ancestors right now. I'm in the Christians, don't get in your feelings. Please don't get emotional. We got to stop being so damn religiously immature when somebody says something that doesn't agree with the brainwash program of our subconscious. We got to stop being so politically immature. We got to stop being so religiously immature. We got to stop being so spiritually immature that when somebody says something that contradicts the brainwash and programming of our religious subconscious, we start snapping off. Religion is not the highest agenda of African people. African liberation is the highest agenda of African people. This is why a lot of you religious people, y'all cannot be a part of the liberation struggle. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Not all of you, but a lot of our religious blacks around the world are so brainwashed with that religious narrative that they will sabotage the African liberation struggle. I hate to say it, brothers and sisters. I hate to say it, brothers and sisters. Somebody said, who made me the leader? I never claimed to be the leader, you damn beta male. You snow bunny having beta male. I bet you got a damn Neanderthal queen. I bet you got a Neanderthal queen. I bet you I bet you don't get no attention from the women. I bet you don't get no attention from the women. You know what, my brother? I'm not upset at you. I'm going to pray for you. I got to start praying for the coons. I really have to start praying for the coons. Brother, I'm not mad at you. I empathize with you. I empathize with you, my brother. You are the type of Negro I hope the ancestors snatch out the human body so we do not have to encounter you on the revolutionary trail. I hope the ancestors snatch your soul out of that African body so we do not have to deal with you on the liberation trail. Brothers and sisters, are you with me? If you roll with Dr. Umar, I want some fists from the kings and some hearts from the queens. If you roll with the Prince of Pan-Africanism, let it be known right now. See, when I tell them I'm the most loved scholar, they say it's not true. But I'm the only one building an institution. I'm the only one getting invited to speak all around the world. I'm the only one with millions upon millions and millions of views. If I am not Ifatunde, if I am not the destiny of our people returned, why was I given this name by the heavens? Why was I given this name by the heaven? Destiny has returned, Ifatunde. You think it's a coincidence? Me and Frederick Douglass come from the same foreparents? You think that's a coincidence? That Dr. Umar and the greatest black leader in American history come from the same ancestors? You think that's a coincidence, brothers and sisters? It's not ego, my brother. Why are you so afraid of another black man's self-confidence? Black women never date a black man who feels inferior in the presence of another brother's self-confidence. I'm talking to my black women right now. This is King Kong Cassius Clay, and I'm talking to all my beautiful African sisters right now. King Kong Cassius Clay, and I'm talking to all my beautiful African sisters. If you are dating a man who feels insecure in the presence of another man's God spirit, if you dating a man who shrinks in the presence of another man's self-esteem, don't you let that man impregnate you, black woman. Don't you let that man impregnate you, black woman. Don't you let that man impregnate you, because his seed, his life force is weak. Black women, don't let a brother with weak life force plant his seed in your fertile soil. Black woman, if that brother got a weak life, if he is insecure, low self-esteem, verbally abusive, physically abusive, he has a low spiritual vibration. Don't let the sperm from a low physically vibrating Negro fertilize one of your eggs. Did you hear what I just said, black sister? Did you hear what I just said? I'm talking to my continental Africans. I'm talking to my sisters here in the Caribbean. I'm talking to my sisters in Europe, my sisters in Canada, my sisters in Australia, my sisters in Asia, my sisters in Brazil, my African queens in Mexico, Panama City. I'm talking to my Puerto Rican African queens, Dominican, Haitian African queens, Philadelphia, Houston, Newark, New York City queens. I'm talking to my New Orleans and Little Rock queens. I'm talking to my Shreveport and Phoenix queens, my Milwaukee and Detroit queens. Don't let no low vibration Negro implant his weak sperm, low spirit sperm in your vaginal walls. Don't you give him a seed to fertilize. Don't you give him a seed to fertilize. We have to birth kings and queens. If we ain't birthing kings and queens, if we ain't birthing kings and queens, if we ain't birthing kings and queens, what we making babies for? If we ain't building institutions for the race, what we getting married for? If we ain't building institutions and systems and infrastructure for the race, what we getting married for? If you're not marrying for liberation, and if you ain't child rearing for liberation, then it's a waste of damn time, brothers and sisters. The Chinese are over there birthing for global imperialism. The Chinese over there making babies for global conquest. The East Indians are in India making babies for global conquest. That means all Africans around the world must conceptualize children for global African liberation. Nigerians make babies. Ghanaians make babies. Sierra Leone make babies. Botswana make babies. Malawi make babies. Congo make babies. Togo make babies. Liberia make babies. Cote d'Ivoire make babies. Madagascar, and we got to get the Chinese out of Madagascar. Where are my Madagascar Africans? I want to come to Madagascar. Where are my Madagascar Africans? The Chinese are dominating Madagascar. We got to stop it. We got to get the Chinese out of Madagascar. What? I need to come to Madagascar. Where are my Madagascar Africans? I need to come to Madagascar. We got to get the Chinese out of Madagascar. And I have a special request for black women in Africa. I have a special request for my African queens on the continent. I need my African queens, my South African queens, my Nigerian queen, my Ghanaian queens, my Eritrean queens, my Somali queens, my Ethiopian queens. I need y'all to listen to me. My Chad queens, my queens over in Chad. I can't wait to visit Chad. Stop letting the Chinese plant his seeds in your African womb. Black women, I'm a little upset with my queens in Africa and my queens in the Caribbean. I'm a little upset with my queens in Africa and my queens in Caribbean. Stop offering up your sacred wound to these Chinese imperialists. Stop offering up your sacred wound to these Chinese imperialists. Don't you do that. You don't let no China man come to your country and put his sperm in you so he can use your mixed race Afro-Chinese baby to take over African resources. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. He does not love you. He does not care about you. He's impregnating you for African conquest. Now, to my mixed race Chinese Africans, I have nothing against you. If you identify as African, I accept you. If you identify as African, I accept you. You do not have to deny your Chinese father. You do not have to deny your Chinese mother. But you must be unapologetically Pan-Africanist. You must identify wholeheartedly with the African race. If you want me to see you as a Chinese African, I will not do that. All mixed race people must primarily identify as African. If you have Snow Bunny and have African, you better identify as African. If you have Snow Puppy and have African, you better identify as African. Did you hear me, mixed race Africans? Just because you have Snow Bunny doesn't mean nothing. We carry the dominant gene. We carry the dominant gene. Just because you have Yellow Bunny Chinese Africans, mixed race Chinese Africans, just because you have Yellow Bunny, okay, you still are African. Accept your race and get in where you fit in. Accept your race and get in where you fit in. We need more African countries to give us dual citizenship in the West. We need more African countries to give us dual citizenship in the West. This is what I want to do. We need to have a series of Team Pan-African repatriation conferences. We have to organize Africans in the diaspora, starting with Canada, United States, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. Starting with Canada, the United States, Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. We have to organize in the Western Hemisphere. I am president of the Pan-African Liberation Front in the Western Hemisphere. I am the president of the Pan-African Liberation Front in the Western Hemisphere. We have to organize, go to Africa, organize. See, part of the problem is we show up in Africa disorganized. Part of the problem, we show up in Africa disorganized. I promise you this. Diasporan Africans, I promise you this. Diasporan Africans, I promise you this. Diasporan Africans. If we go to any African country with a solutions package, if we go to any African country with a package of solutions, economic and institutional, social and medical solutions, I promise you, we will get dual citizenship on the spot. Let's show up to Gambia with some damn solutions. We'll get dual citizenship on the spot. Let's show up. Let's show up in Ethiopia with some solutions and institutions. We'll get dual citizenship on the spot. Let's show up in Zimbabwe, in Namibia, in Botswana, in Mozambique. Let's show up in Mozambique with some solutions and we'll get dual citizenship on the spot. But you can't show up in Africa without no damn solutions. Our brothers and sisters got enough problems of their own. They don't need no American Africans coming over there looking for a stimulus check. You can't go to Africa looking for a Joe Biden stimulus check. We have to bring the solutions, brothers and sisters. As the most relevant and requested and revolutionary Black scholar on the planet Earth, as the leading Pan-Africanist in this galaxy, it is my responsibility to stay abreast of global affairs. We as American Africans have a very poor taste for global affairs. And I need my American African brothers from Alabama to California, from Texas to Florida, from Georgia to Maryland, from the Carolinas to DC. I need my American Africans from Michigan to Ohio, from Illinois to Wisconsin, from Massachusetts to Pennsylvania, from New York to Arkansas, from Louisiana to Mississippi. We have to worry more about international affairs and African people because we are not learned enough. We are not focused enough. We are not paying attention to the international affairs of African people. You can't understand America's chess moves if you're not paying attention to the international affairs of African people. You must read a global magazine at least once a month. You must read a global magazine at least once a month so you can understand we are global African citizens. Stop being incarcerated by your pseudo-American citizenship, American Africans. Stop being incarcerated by your pseudo-American citizenship, American Africans. Stop being incarcerated by your pseudo-American citizenship, American Africans. We must evolve a global perspective as the most honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey taught us. We must evolve a global perspective as El Hajj Malik El Shabazz Malcolm X taught us. We must evolve a global perspective as Stokely Carmichael Kwame Ture taught us. Only worrying about what happens in America will leave you politically dumb, deaf, and blind. Only worrying about what happens in the United States of America will leave you dumb, deaf, and blind. Yes, my name is Ifatunde. My name is Ifatunde. I do not use Johnson. I use Ifatunde. I was named Ifatunde on November the 19th, 2011, 8 days after I showed up in Nat Turner land. 8 days after I showed up in Nat Turner land, I went to the Oyotunji African village. 8 days after I went to Nat Turner land on 11/11/11. I showed up at the Oyotunji African village. Make sure y'all support the Oyotunji African village. OYOTUNJI.org. Make sure y'all support the Oyotunji African village. OYOTUNJI.org. Make sure you support the Oyotunji African village. OYOTUNJI.org. It's in South Carolina. For those of you who are interested in studying traditional African spirituality, visit the Oyotunji African village. For those of you who are interested in studying traditional African spirituality, make sure you visit the Oyotunji African village. So as destiny would have it, I showed up at the Oyotunji African village on November the 19th, 8 days after I visited Nat Turner land. Because I am the reincarnation of Prophet Nat Turner. I'm going to say it whether you believe it or not. I'm just giving you the truth. I am the reincarnation of Nat Turner. That's why I was born on the anniversary of his revolution. I am the reincarnation of Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines I. That's why I was born on the anniversary of his revolution. I am the reincarnation of George Jackson, Soledad brother. That's why I was born on the anniversary of his prison revolution. We have all been here before. And so Chief Olaitan, may he rest with the ancestors. Chief Olaitan, may he rest with the ancestors. Chief Olaitan of the Oyotunji African village gave me my very first Dafa, Yoruba spiritual reading. The spiritual reading of the Yoruba people. And in consultation with Orunmila, the divinity of destiny, and consultation with Orunmila, the divinity of destiny, on November the 19th, 2011, at the Oyotunji African village, I was named by the oracle Ifatunde. So I was named by the heavens. I was named by the heavens. Ifatunde, destiny has returned. Why did Orunmila name me Ifatunde? Because I am the destiny of African people returning into this time to finish the work of Nat Turner, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Soledad brother, George Jackson. And then Chief Olaitan asked Ifa, what shall be his last name? If Ifatunde is the first name, what shall be the last name? And he cast the O.P.A. And Orunmila spoke through the O.P.A. and he chose Ogun Tade to be the last name. Ogun Tade to be the last name. Ogun Tade to be the last name. What does Ogun Tade means? Ifatunde, destiny has returned. Through the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Ifatunde, destiny has returned through the Prince. Ogun Tade means Ogun wears the crown. I am a son of the spirit of iron. I am a son of the spirit of iron. Ogun Tade, Ogun wears the crown. I'm giving you insight into my personal mysteries, brothers and sisters. I'm giving you insight into my personal mystery. This is for my supporters so they can understand that I am the real deal. I am the real deal, brothers and sisters. Ogun, I am a son of the spirit of iron. If you wonder how I have been able to deal with all the hate, all the sabotage, all the ridicule, all the setbacks, all the scandals and scams on my name, if you're wondering how I've been battling the white power structure and battling the coonocracy and battling the black bourgeoisie and battling the institutional enemies and individual enemies and blackface enemies and whiteface enemies, it's because the spirit of iron, Orisha Ogun, is my guardian angel. The spirit of iron, Orisha Ogun, is my guardian angel. The spirit of iron, the divinity of war, the spirit of justice, the God of institution building, Orisha Ogun, is my guardian angel. So, dear haters, if you're wondering why you haven't been able to topple King Kong consciousness, I just told you, I am on assignment by the ancestors. You should leave me the alone and move on with your life. I am on assignment from the ancestors. You should just leave me alone and move on with your life. Ifatunde Ogun Tade. My mother named me Jermaine Shoemake. My mother named me Jermaine Shoemake. That's on the birth certificate. Jermaine Shoemake. That's on the original birth certificate. Let's do a quick analysis. Jermaine has 8 letters. Shoemake has 8 letters. Jermaine has 8 letters. Shoemake has 8 letters. That's the name my mother gave me. 8 plus 8 equals 16, the number of Ifa. 8 plus 8 equals 16, the number of Ifa. My African name, Ifatunde, has 8 letters. Oguntade has 8 letters. Ifatunde is 8 letters, plus Oguntade is 8 letters. That equals 16, the number of Ifa. Jermaine has 8 letters. Shoemake has 8 letters. That equals 16, the number of Ifa. Do you see the point that I'm making? Even though my queen mother gave me a European name, the secret symbology of Orunmila, the secret symbology of spiritual consciousness, was still embedded within the numerology of my birth name. The numerology of my birth name matches the numerology of my African name. The numerology of my birth name matches the numerology of my African name. Stop worrying about my hair. No man should be worrying about another man's hair. We have to eliminate the beta male gene from the black male brigade. We have to eliminate the beta male gene from the black manosphere. We got to get rid of the beta male gene. We got to get rid of the beta male gene. Hit your Cash App for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Hit your Cash App for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Hit your Cash App for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. $ FDMG School. $FDMG School. Hit your Cash App one time. $ FDMG School. Hit your Cash App one time. $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal International Africans. Hit the PayPal International Africans. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Bonaire, thank you for the tour in Bonaire. I got to visit the salt mines where my African ancestors were forced to work the salt. Bare feet, bare hands, their flesh and skin was being eaten up by the salt and the sun. They were being blinded by the salt and the sun in the salt ponds, in the slave barracks of Bonaire, brothers and sisters. See, for those of y'all who don't know, the island of Curacao was a major slave deport in the Caribbean. The island of Curacao was a major slave port in the Caribbean. They brought our ancestors from Africa to Curacao, and then they distributed them throughout the Caribbean, throughout South America, throughout Central America, throughout North America. So the island where I was yesterday was a slave depot. That's where they brought our ancestors and distributed them across the Western Hemisphere. So I'm glad I had a chance to go and see where my ancestors struggled and lived and died, brothers and sisters. That's why, if you respect the ancestors, you must be a Pan-Africanist. Because a Pan-Africanist doesn't just claim American African ancestors. A Pan-Africanist doesn't just claim Caribbean African ancestors. A Pan-Africanist doesn't just claim Central American African ancestors. A Pan-Africanist doesn't just claim South American African ancestors. A Pan-Africanist doesn't just claim Canadian ancestors or European African ancestors or African ancestors in Asia or our South Pacific African ancestors or our Australian African ancestors or our continental African ancestors. As Pan-Africanists, we claim all ancestors. We claim all ancestors. We claim all of the ancestors, brothers and sisters. I don't ever want my ancestors to deny me support because I'm a Negro tribalist, a Negro segregationist, a Negro separationist. I am an African inclusionist. I am an African universalist. I am a Pan-Africanist, brothers and sisters. All Africans are my family. All Africans are my family. When I was in Bonaire, I was amongst family. In Curacao, I'm amongst family. Right here in Aruba, right here in Aruba, right here in Aruba, I'm amongst family. When I get to South Africa on May 22nd, when I get to South Africa on May 22nd, when I get to South Africa on May 22nd, I will be amongst my Zulu family, my Xhosa family, my Khoi family, my Swazi family. When I get to Ethiopia on May 24th, when I get to Ethiopia on May 24th, when I get to Addis Ababa on May 24th, I will be amongst Ethiopian family, Lalibela family, Bahir Dar family, Aksum family. Oh yes. When I get to Pleasantville, New York tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Pace University. When I get to Pleasantville, New York tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Pace University. When I get to Pleasantville, New York tomorrow night, 8 p.m., Pace University, I will be amongst my New York family, my African family, my Latino African family. When I get to Racine, Wisconsin on Saturday, April the 22nd, when I get to Racine, Wisconsin on Saturday morning, April the 22nd for the 10 a.m. seminar, when I get to Racine, Wisconsin on Saturday, April the 22nd for the 10 a.m. seminar, I will be with my Wisconsin African family. And when I watch Tank beat Ryan Saturday night, and I still don't know if I'm watching that in Milwaukee or Chicago. But when I watch Tank knock out Ryan on Saturday night, and I still don't know if I'm watching that in Milwaukee or Chicago. But when I watch Tank knock out Ryan Saturday night in Milwaukee or Chicago, I will be amongst my African family, my Milwaukee family or my Chicago family. And when I get to San Bernardino Monday night, at I Love Chicken and Waffles, when I get to San Bernardino Black Restaurant Monday, April the 24th at 6 to 9, free lecture, but you must buy a meal. Monday, April the 24th, San Bernardino, California, 6 to 9, free lecture, but you must purchase a meal to attend the free lecture at I Love Chicken and Waffles in San Bernardino, California, 30 minutes from Los Angeles. I will be 30 minutes from Los Angeles. I will be 30 minutes from Los Angeles. I will be amongst my Los Angeles family, my California family, my San Bernardino family when I get to Guadalupe on June the 3rd. When I get to Guadeloupe on June the 3rd, when I get to the island of Guadeloupe right here in the Caribbean on June the 3rd, I will be amongst my Guadeloupe African family. I will be with my Guadeloupe African family. When I get to Jamaica on June 24th to June 28th, when I get to Jamaica, June 24th to June 28th, when I get to Jamaica, June 24th to June 28th, the island of Garvey in Marley, when I get to the island of Garvey and Marley and Peter Tosh and Nanny of the Maroons and Paul Bogle and Samuel Sharp, I will be amongst my Jamaican African family, brothers and sisters. It's all African. We need a new African world order. We need a one African world order, brothers and sisters. The Chinese are working on the Chinese world order. The Arabs are working on the Arab world order. The East Indians are working on an East Indian world order. We need a one African world order, brothers and sisters. And the African youth will have to lead it. The African youth will have to lead it. We need an African world order. Where is our agenda for the next 100 years as African people? Where is our agenda for the next 100 years as African people? But when I get to Addis Ababa at the African Union, when I get to Addis Ababa inside the African Union, I'm going to give out my plan for the African world order, brothers and sisters. We got to get on the same page, same foundation, same code, same platform. We need a one African world order, brothers and sisters. When the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is completely renovated, when the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is completely renovated, when the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy is completely renovated, we're going to have our repatriation conference. We're going to have one in Canada. We're going to have one in America. We're going to have one in Central America. My Central American Africans, where should the Pan-African Repatriation Conference be in Central America? Where should it be at, brother? Should it be in Colombia? Should it be in Panama? Where should the Central American African Pan-African Conference be? Where should we be in South America? I think we got to do Brazil. I think we got to do Brazil because they got the most Africans outside the continent. My Caribbean Africans, where should we do the repatriation conference in the Caribbean? Where should we do the repatriation conference in the Caribbean? My Jamaican Africans, they're telling me that y'all the bullies of the Caribbean. My Jamaican Africans, they're telling me that y'all the bullies of the Caribbean. You know where I want to do the Caribbean Pan-African Conference at? Haiti. Can we go to Haiti? Where my Haitian Africans at? Where my beautiful African Haitian queens at? Where my Haitian Africans? Can we come to Haiti? Can we get the gangs in Haiti to do a ceasefire? Can we get the gangs in Haiti to do a ceasefire? Can we come to the land of Dessalines? Can we come to the land of Christophe? Can we come to the land of Pétion? Can we come to the land of Mackendal? Can we come to the adopted land of Bookman? Can we come to the land of Toussaint L'Ouverture and have a repatriation conference for the Caribbean? Where my Haitians at? I love my Haitians. There's only one Haitian I can't stand, and that's that sister in New York who tried to expose me with fake information. There's only one Haitian I cannot stand, and that's that sister who tried to play me out for a sucker. Other than that, I love every Haitian on the planet. Other than that, I love every Haitian on the planet. I love my Haitian sisters and my Haitian brothers and my Haitian where my Haitians at? Where my Haitians at? Let's do I want to go to Haiti. Can we work it out? Can we please set up? I've never been to Haiti, brothers and sisters. I've never been to Haiti. I think it's time for me to come to Haiti. I think it's time. I was born on the anniversary of the Haitian Revolution. You can't tell me Dessalines don't walk with me. I was born on the anniversary of the Haitian Revolution. You can't tell me Mackendal doesn't walk with me. Bookman doesn't walk with me. You can't tell me Toussaint doesn't walk with the Prince of Pan-Africanism. And guess what, my Haitian Africans? Guess what, my Haitian Africans? I just been invited to speak at Girard College in Philadelphia, which was built by Stephen Girard with Toussaint L'Ouverture's money. It was built by Stephen Girard with Toussaint L'Ouverture's money. So I don't even call Girard College for my Philadelphia Africans, for my Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Africans. Did you know Girard College was built by Stephen Girard with Toussaint L'Ouverture's money? Did you know that Girard College in North Philadelphia was built with the money of the leader of the Haitian Revolution, Toussaint L'Ouverture? Stephen Girard was trusted by Toussaint with his money, and he came to America. Toussaint was captured, died in exile in France, and Stephen Girard took Toussaint's money and built Girard College. Oh, yes. So when I tell you Philadelphia is the city of Pan-Africanists, oh yes, Kwame Nkrumah used to live in Philadelphia when he attended Lincoln University. Nnamdi Azikiwe used to hang out in Philadelphia when he was at Lincoln University. Malcolm X, El Hajj Malik El Shabazz used to live in North Philadelphia when he was building the Nation of Islam Temple in Philadelphia. And of course, the Prince of Pan-Africanism was born in Philadelphia, and Toussaint L'Ouverture's money built Girard College. So it's only right that Philadelphia is called the city of Pan-Africanists. My Haitians, hit me up. If you are a Haitian in Haiti and you can make the Pan-African Conference a reality in Haiti, I need you to hit me up on WhatsApp. My Central American Africans, if you have the means to host the conference, if you have the means to host the conference, hit me up. My South American Africans, if you have the means to host the conference, hit me up. My Canadian Africans, where are we going to do the Canadian conference at? Where are we going to do the Canadian Pan-African Conference? Are we going to do it in Montreal? Are we going to do it in Toronto? Where are we going to do the Canadian Pan-African Conference at? Let's get it together. United States of America, we're going to do it at FDMG. United States of America, we're going to do it at Vancouver. I've never been to Vancouver, Vancouver, Canada. So we might got to do it in Vancouver. Or we might do it right across the bridge from Detroit, so all my Detroit Africans can drive right over the bridge to Toronto. See, if we do it in Toronto, Detroit can drive to Toronto. New York can drive to Toronto. Michigan Africans can drive to Toronto. But we will consider Vancouver. If you have the means, you have to have a space that can house at least 300 Africans, at least 300 to 500 Africans. Somebody said no to Toronto. Brothers and sisters, it is 9:13. Marcus Garvey founded the UNIA in 1914, so it's almost 9:14. I'm going to get ready to sign off, but I'm serious about everything I talked about. My Africans in Africa, make babies. Don't you let Kamala Harris manipulate you into not making babies. Don't you let Joe Biden manipulate you into not making babies. Don't you let the American white power structure or the British white power structure or the Belgian white power structure or the Italian white power structure or the Portuguese white power structure or the Israeli white power structure. Don't you let them manipulate you into not having children. They want to depopulate Africa so they can have it to themselves. They want to depopulate Africa so they can have it to themselves. They want to depopulate Africa so they can have it to themselves. To my continental Africans, I will see you in South Africa on May 22nd. I will see you in Ethiopia on May 25th. I will see you in Johannesburg on May 22nd. And I will see you in Addis Ababa on May 25th. In the meantime, make babies. I want you to make babies. I want you to make babies, and then you're going to name them boys Ifatunde. Make babies. Make babies and name them Ifatunde. Make babies. Make babies. My American Africans, we got to make babies too. But we got to make them the right way. We got to make them with a 2-family home. I'm not saying make babies out of wedlock, and I'm not saying make babies without a commitment from the other partner. I want to be clear on that. I want to be clear. I don't want irresponsible reproduction. We want responsible reproduction, but we need to make babies. We need to make I need me 2 sons. I need me a set of twins. I need me a light-skinned Ifatunde. I need some triplets. I need a light-skinned Ifatunde. I need a brown-skinned Ifatunde. And I need a chocolate Ifatunde. I need me a light-skinned baby papa. I need me a brown-skinned baby papa. And I need me a chocolate baby papa. Is there any way we can engineer a light-skinned baby papa, a brown-skinned baby papa, and a chocolate baby papa? Is there any black woman out there who can give me triplets? Do triplets run in your family? If you're a black woman and triplets run in your family, if you're a black woman and you got a high likelihood of having 3 babies at one time, if there's any black queens out there, I don't care if you in London, I don't care if you in Paris, I don't care if you in Jamaica, I don't care if you in Haiti, I don't care if you in Canada, I don't care if you in Australia, I don't care if you in South Africa, I don't care if you in Ghana, I don't care if you in the Congo. If there's any African woman on the face of this earth, I don't care if you in Panama, Brazil, Mexico, Colombia, if there's a beautiful African queen anywhere on this earth, if there's a beautiful African queen anywhere on this earth that can give me 3 princes of Pan-Africanism at the same time. If you can give me 3 heirs, if you can give me 3 heirs, I'm ready to make a baby this week. I said I'm ready to make, if you can guarantee me 3 boys in 1 shot, if you can guarantee me 3 boys in 1 shot, I'm coming to you tomorrow. I'm flying to you from Aruba. I'm going to change my flight right now. I'm coming straight. If you can guarantee I'm going to have 3 sons in 9 months. If you guaranteeing me 3 sons in 9 months, I'm on my, brothers and sisters. We just having a little revolutionary fun. 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 But I must admit, the thought is rather intriguing. Because I do not have a son. I would like to, and if I could get 2 or 3 in 1 shot. You mean to tell me my 3 sons will be the same age? And I can send them across the world to lead the revolutionary Pan-African struggle. See, impregnating 3 different queens at the same time would also get it done, but that ain't a good look. Impregnating 3 African queens at the same time would also get it done, but that ain't a good look. And you know what else? If those 3 African queens put me in child support, if those 3 African queens put me in child support, the next woman put me in child support, I'm going to catch a case. I said the next woman put me in child support, I'm going to catch a case. I said the next woman put me in. I'm just having a little revolutionary fun. I want to thank all of you for supporting me, FDMG. Thank you to Bonaire. Thank you to Aruba. Thank you to Curacao. I'm thinking about, what do y'all think about this, right? I'm thinking about taking a trip. I'm thinking about having a Dr. Umar beach retreat at one of the beaches in Delaware this summer. What do y'all think about that? We'll spend Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll be a Pan-African conference on the beach. We'll be at the conference. You'll have beach time, conference time. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about an FDMG Pan-African conference beach weekend? What do y'all think about that? As a fundraiser for FDMG, what do y'all think about that? But if we go to the beach, are y'all going to be focused enough? If we go to the beach, are y'all going to be focused enough to get the work? I thought about the cruise. Y'all want to do a King Kong cruise? But see, the beach is a lot more cost efficient for brothers and sisters raising children, paying bills. We got to think about the economics. Listen, this is my therapy. When I go live, this is therapy. Because what y'all don't understand, I'm fighting battles that y'all never even hear about. I'm at war 24 hours a day. That's why I am Ogun Tade. I don't share my battles with y'all because y'all don't need to see all that. But I'm always engaged in battle. Personal battles, political battles, FDMG battles, I'm always in battle. So when I go live, it's just a little, this is my therapy, brothers and sisters. My jokes is my therapy. That's all. Brittany Alexis understands that. Brittany Alexis understands that. You feel me? You said it's the Bruce Wayne before I turn into King Kong. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858. If you need to reach me, +1 International Africans, +1 215-989-9858. Make sure you do www.drumar.tv so you can get the shockumentary docuseries, www.drumar.tv. It will cost more. If you're not already registered, when the shockumentary drops, you're going to have to pay for each episode individually. You can email me through the website, www.drumarjohnson.com. Peace and love, family. Time to get packed up. Got to get ready to get on back to the United States. 3 babies at the same time. That is so appealing, though. That gives me 3 guaranteed disciples. Nigeria has the most twins in the world. So if if I need 2, I might got to go to Nigeria and marry one of my Yoruba queens, or one of my Hausa queens, or one of my Igbo queens. They can give me 2 or 3 at one time. Where my Nigerian American queens at? Where the Nigerian American queens at? I'm just kidding. Brothers and sisters, I love y'all. One love, King Kong consciousness.